Hello, guys. So, rising just from a class with my students, we saw something very interesting. Of course, a quick way that we can do addition of fractions or subtraction of fractions where the denominators are not the same. However, one is a multiple of the other. And what is it? Of course, it's still the same thing as taking LCM, but it saves you of that stress of looking for LCM. So all you need to do is what we call equivalent fractions. So you have to modulate one to become the same denominator with the other. So, and how am I going to get that? So all I need to do is to note that I can multiply this by 2 to be able to get this. So, and I am going to do that. So, in other words, when I now multiply this by 2, I will as well do it, because in maths, whatever you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. And so that's going to give me, I'll return this one the way it is. So I'm going to have 2 over 16 plus, but this one will now become 3 times 2 is 6, and 8 times 2 is 16. And that is going to easily give me, so immediately once the denominators are the same, so you just add the numerators, and that's going to be 8 all over 16, which you can now reduce to the lowest term, and that is 1 over 2 as your solution. So you don't have to look for LCM and then divide and multiply before adding. Okay, so the same thing applies here. So this will be multiplied by 4 to get this, and that's going to give me, this will remain the same, 5 over 8. So this one will now become 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8, and that is going to become 9 over 8. And then of course this is an improper fraction, so which will give us 1 whole and 1/8. Okay, and that's your answer. So for the third one, the same. So here, this is the one that I will scale up to this by multiplying by 3. So this by 3 is 9 all over 21, plus I will return the second fraction the same way, and that is going to give me this plus this is 14, and so 14 over 21. So 7 can go in here, 2, 7 can go in here, and you have 3. And that is your solution. So it makes it a lot easier and faster. So if you understood what we have done, let me get the solution of this in the comment section. Bye.